There's been posts online regarding Artix Entertainment renting out their office spaces, and this have some players freaking out, thinking this might be the end of the AE games. This design note will provide some answers. The secret underground lab. Now this says now 100% more secret, and there's a reason behind that, because the labs that they used to have in Florida, they are now renting out. And so this design note will cover what's going on. Remember when we used to post all those weird and funny pictures, videos, stories from the secret underground lab? Why did that stop? Because nobody actually goes to the lab to work anymore. Not since the pandemic. Seriously, would you drive all the way to an office when you could just sit at home and work in your underpants? You don't have to answer that. We already did that science, or did the science, and it's true. After the pandemic, I gave the team the option of continuing to work from home or coming back to the lab, sort of the opposite that a lot of other companies did after the pandemic. A handful of people did drive in initially, but then it dwindled. Over the past year, an average of 3 people or less go to the lab each week. Doing some quick math, that means they each got to have like 5 offices and a few cubicles each. You may not be surprised to discover that the people who actually went in were shipping Hero Mart orders. Turns out it's really hard to ship posters and t-shirts without physically being there. Maybe in the future we can make some remote controlled robot arms or something, but for now we have too much space. So we are relocating the secret underground lab and Hero Mart to a new top secret location. And this is where it gets interesting, which is currently undecided, so they're not sure where they're going to be moving, but Artix says his vote is for Akihabara in Japan. I think I said that right? I don't know. I might have completely butchered that. Of course, that would be one heck of a commute. Oh man, it really would too. But one can dream. We have had great times in each of our labs. This was Artix Entertainment's 4th secret underground lab. Perhaps a 5th will be a fresh start to a new era. Either way, we racked up a long list of amazing memories here, which means it is time for a lab photo montage. So Nikki World, this is the secret underground lab. And I've been there several times in the game, never in real life. And this is the real life building. That's where it currently resides, or, well, I guess not anymore now that they're renting out the offices. I remember when we were first shown the place, my reaction was, we cannot afford that. But then I was told that the rent was actually less than the amount of our current landlord was jacking up the price on the office we were currently in. What's the catch? Can't remember what they said. Probably something about not running around top floor barefoot with dogs yelling and screaming. There will be banks and businesses below, or businessy people below. And there's AE on the top floor. This is Casual Fridays, days dressed up in armor. And game development is a strange adventure. Office puppies, these were some of the dogs that were there. Damo, Suki, and Romeo, which always brightened the lab and sometimes dampened the carpet. When Suki started her solo career, boy, can she shred, just not the guitar. JX, the artist formerly known as J6. In the early days, there was a bell that rang every hour. Titan would walk out into the hall and yell, indicating that everyone was to go to the hallway and do push-ups and sit-ups. The hall of endless chaos and push-ups. Artix and Titan doing some weights. Beline would surprise us with creative balloon structures of our characters. That's pretty neat. It was awesome when Beline rejoined the team. She's doing marketing stuff for both AQ3D and AQ Worlds Infinity. That time we built an illegal underground zombie wrestling federation under the lab, and former WWE wrestlers came to train us. Several of us broke bones. 100% worth it. Brutalcorn was born. The fights were glorious, but the videos were never edited or released. That's very unfortunate. The clown. So this evil clown was an ongoing prank for a year. Every day someone would move the clown into someone's office or the bathroom, or I don't know, but it was always horrifying. One time it was thrown into the dumpster. Everyone was so glad it was finally gone, only to come back the next day and find it in the closet staring at them when they opened it. That would be scary. Titan and Dage. Talking about clowns, these guys joke around a lot, but they are absolute art powerhouses. How they produce so much art every single day, regardless of how they feel, whether they feel like it or not, is one of my biggest inspirations. A whole lot of drawing happened in that there lab. That time we made plush moglins and then made video game pets to go with them. That was pretty cool back during the Moglin Kickstarter thingy. And when they showed up, so there's a truck. They don't even have a dolly or anything. They're just going to cart it in. They formed a human line to carry in the boxes. Well, that's cool. The time the truck did not fit, so we had to drag them down the street to the lab, then carry them upstairs. Oh man, what? So they had to drag them, because that's the lab way over there. So they had to go all the way over there because it wouldn't get into the... That's too bad. And there's the shirts. The time they made the shirts. Outgoing Hero Mart shipments during the holidays. The holidays were crazy. Oh man, that is crazy. Got a nice skull hanging out listening to some tunes. The waiting room for AQ Worlds. And there's Jongar. We would create cards on team members' birthdays and everyone would sign it. That is cool. That is pretty darn cool. That time AQ3D appeared on the Netflix series Designated Survivor. This photo was staged, but everybody was excited to see it on AQ3D. I mean, to see AQ3D on TV. We're proud to be featured on the news several times, but never have for doing anything illegal, although we have been tweeted as Florida Man a few times. That time the county commissioner came to visit. I asked her if I could be her Batman, and if we could get a giant spotlight with the Artix dragon on it that she could shine in the sky. Hasn't happened yet, assuming it's just a county budget issue. That is funny. The green screen music room is where we did all the voice acting, yelling, and streaming. And the guy that played Chairman Platinum. Oh, right, Chairman Platinum. Yeah. He's on the Outlast series. He built the sound room with the door in the back. Warlock and Jongar would sit outside of the box and record the person inside. Interesting. The time we did the live Moglin puppet show, yes, I remember that. I promised the team members that I would not picture them wearing the green body suits, and I am keeping my word. The entire thing was filmed live in front of a green screen. Remember when Michael Cthulhu created a 90-pound replica of the blinding light of destiny? I do remember that. Our offices were like giant fish bowls. Needed a sign... Please do not tap on glass or feed the game devs. Damo uses the skill Carpet Meld. Oh. He would sit next to my desk while I made stuff. That's nice. And a Japan player sent snacks. The team would gather around the table and issue trial by command for the tasty stuff. Oh, sorry, trial by combat. Dage guarding my desk. There was a video where I broke one of these windows. Spoiler, I didn't actually break the window. It was just clever editing on a window that was already broken. We didn't have security cameras. This Chaos Eye just hung in the hall. Good memories, but that is the great thing about good memories. Wherever you go, you get to make new ones. So we don't actually know where the next secret underground lab is going to be. It could be in Japan if that is the place they choose, but since so many of the team members are now working remotely, it's not the same as before when they would all go into the lab. But yeah, so that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching and keep those swords swinging.